Hello, welcome back to lesson 2 when it comes to Clubhouse, the social audio app that you should be on, whether you own a business or you're looking to continue your personal development journey. So before we jump right in, I want to direct you to the link around this video that is your setup guide for Clubhouse. It's a free PDF for you to just make sure everything is set up on Clubhouse exactly how you want it in order to get the best out of the time you spend running rooms or being part of rooms, right? So make sure you do that. But after that, we are going to actually set up a room, your first, maybe 5th or 10th, I don't know, your room for you to lead a room in Clubhouse. So if you're in Clubhouse and you're scrolling the hallway and you're looking at it and going, oh my goodness, I wish I could be one of those people. I so badly want to be on those stages. I want to lead a room. I have a topic in mind. This is the video for you. Awesome. So first, before you even open your app, I want you to stop and I want you to think about what is a really, really good topic for you to cover. It could be, let's make it really simple, blogging, right? Or maybe training your dog, right? And so the first thing I want you to do is pick that topic. Pick your nice overarching topic. Now, I want you to take that topic and break it down into 10 things that you can have a conversation about when it comes to that specific topic. So if it's blogging, maybe it's setting up your blog or looking up keywords or writing your first blog, outlining your blog, making money off of blogs, right? All really good ideas. If it's training your dog, maybe it's picking out your puppy, and maybe it's things you should need to do at the vet and after the vet to make sure your puppy is healthy and has the right mindset to be trained, different kinds of treats, different kind of training techniques, all of things that you can have conversations around, and other people would definitely want to come and join you to talk about or just learn about as you teach. So if you're having a really hard time coming up with a topic, what I would say is start looking at like Quora or Facebook groups you're in. Maybe look around Clubhouse and see if there's any specific rooms that you're like, oh my gosh, I love that topic, but I want to do my own spin on it. Don't feel bad duplicating something you're seeing on the internet somewhere and answering a question that you already see. So pick your topic and then write a good 10, maybe 10 or 15 things underneath that you can definitely talk on, so you can just schedule a bunch of rooms out. Okay, so there you go. That's the first one. Pause this video if you don't know what your topic is. If you do, we're going to keep going and we're going to go into Clubhouse and we're going to search for a club. Now, you can do a room inside of a club, or you can do a room outside of the club in just the hallway in general. If you do a room in a club, you're going to get a notification sent out to all of those club members, which is amazing, right? But if you are not an admin and if the settings are set in a certain way, then guess what? Only those club members will be able to see your room, okay? If you want a bigger audience and you don't know the admin or you don't know a leader inside of a club that you want to do it in, just do it out in the hallway, okay? The other thing you're going to be able to want to do is once you kind of have an idea of what club you want to run a room in, you're going to want to reach out to those admins and those leaders and say, hey, this is the room. These are the list of rooms, right? You got your list of rooms. These are the list of rooms I want to be doing, and I want to do a few in your club. Is there anything specific I need to do? Any specific things I need to say in order to run a room in your club? Okay, maybe you'll hear back, maybe you won't, but at least then you have tried. Okay, so find a club. That's your second thing. So we've picked a topic or a few, and we found a club or a few that you want to start running rooms in. Now, once you kind of have those two things together, you kind of know what you're going to talk about, the topic, the rough outline, the what's going to go into that, right? You kind of know what club you're going to be in. Now you can find some co-moderators. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if it's your first time doing a speech or some sort of public speaking, or really just your first time running a room on Clubhouse, that you go and find a co-moderator. And what that means is somebody else on the stage with that little green bean that is there to back you up, help you bring people up, make sure people are on mute, back up your answers to questions, things like that, just to keep the room running really smoothly, especially for your first few times. Now at the level I am, will totally open a room and do a training just like this video, except obviously just audio, and keep going. If you aren't that experienced, it might just kind of lessen the nerves to have some backups. And you can just ask some of your friends. You can ask maybe the leaders that you were talking to in the club to help back you up and make sure you're doing everything right. It's really completely up to you. But if you're going to be doing some co-mods, you're going to want to talk to them now and schedule out good times for them going forward. Okay. So there you go. Your first three things. You got your topic, you got your club, and now you've got your co-mods, the people that are going to back you up during your room. Okay. Now is the time to schedule it out. All right. So here is the form, the form that opens up in Clubhouse when you say you're going to be scheduling out a room. And it's really, really simple. Overall, write your event name, which is the topic, right? Who is it going to be with? You. And then you can go through your co-mods and add all of them in. If you don't see your co-mods, that means one of you isn't following the other. So they're not following you or you're not following them. Make sure you exchange those. Your date, make sure you update that, because sometimes it'll just default to today. And if you're not ready to do your room right now, you're probably going to want to change the date. The time will default to 6 p.m. I'm in CST time. Whatever time zone you're in, it'll default to whatever time zone your phone is set in. So just keep that in mind, that if you're having co-mods come in and you're all different time zones, you're going to want to have that conversation to make sure. Your host club, this may be a little bit different. So if you are going to just do it in the hallway, you don't have to put a club in there, right? You can just start your room and it'll be right in the Clubhouse hallway. If you are going to be putting it inside of a club, this is where you're going to put that club name. If you can't put that club name, what'll probably happen is a co-mod or co-host or a guest, you're going to have to put that admin or leader of that club that you talk to in there, and then remind them to add the club into the event, because the way Clubhouse's settings are set up, they just don't let you add events in all clubs. Some clubs, yes. Some clubs, no. Depends on how that club is set up. So just keep that in mind. And then lastly, the description. I keep my description super, super short. I give a 1 or 2 sentences about what we're going to be talking about in the room. If it's an ask me anything, a Q&A, mini mastermind, a mastermind, a lecture, however you're going to be running your room, I just put that in the description just to really give people an idea of what they can expect. Yes, they're very interested in the topic you've set forth, dog training, for example, but maybe it's a Q&A on training your puppies under 1 year old. Right, something like that. So that just it's in the description, just to give people an idea. And so when they go and they RSVP to your event, they know what's up. Cool. So now you have your event scheduled out, right? And once your event is scheduled out, it'll look something like this. You're able to then take this link and create a social media post, an email, and even add it to your calendar. I 10 out of 10 recommend adding it to your calendar and then taking that calendar and inviting all of your co-mods and guests with their email so it goes on their calendar as well. If you are not doing that, what'll happen is somebody's going to forget, and then you're going to be like, wait, what? Where are you? Right? So just keep that in mind. Add it to your calendar, just so everybody knows exactly what time it is in their time zone. It's on their calendar. No one can forget, and everyone will hopefully show up on time. The next thing is create an email and a social media post with the link to your room. I recommend 3. And the reason I recommend 3 is I like doing 3 days ahead of time, day before, and then an hour or so before your room starts, just to make sure that everybody that wants to come is reminded and everybody that is going to come shows up. So just keep that in mind. Realize that the way you write things can be very vastly different. So I'm going to leave the email and social media post up to you. But I like just doing dates and times. I will put some Canva templates in the description of this video so that you can copy and paste them if you would like. Some things that I've used in the past and the way I've set it up. It's up to you on how you want to do it though, really. But I would highly, highly recommend marketing your room, marketing your training or your conversation or however you want to talk about it to your audience that you already have. Because as we all know now, Clubhouse is completely open. So all they have to do is download the app. You can send them lesson number 1 to make sure that they get a little walkthrough on the app for them. They download the app and boom, bang, they are ready to go and join your conversation. The last thing I want you to do before you are done scheduling your room and really marketing it is make sure you're signed up for clubhub.site. Clubhub.site has a free account and a paid account. If you want the paid account, check the description of this video. I will put the information in the description and it'll give you a discount. So, and that's just a recurring subscription. But what it does is it'll tell you how many people came into your room, when they came, when they left, who actually showed up for your room, what their interest was is, how long they stayed. All of these things matter a lot to make sure you're not only doing well inside of your room, but after your room, you're able to continue those conversations. And there'll be another video of what to do during your room, like how to moderate a room. And then past that, there'll be another video on what to do after your room is finished. So keep that in mind. Keep a lookout for those lessons and those videos that are coming. But I would highly, highly recommend signing up for Clubhub, even if it's only for the free account, so you can see your analytics as you are going. Okay, perfect. That is how you get a room set up. That is how you get everything marketed and sent out to your current audience. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, Jocelyn J. Kopak. If you have any questions, I am here for you. I want to see you absolutely thrive when it comes to Clubhouse and building a brand and really just being amazing and running great rooms. And don't forget that this video was brought to you by clubhub.site. They are an amazing analytics tool and so very helpful in my journey on Clubhouse as the Clubhouse professor. And I hope that they can be helpful to yours. I'll see you in the next video. Toodaloo.